Hi, my name's Mark Hornshaw, and I'm standing for the seat of Lyne for the Libertarian Party. I'm a farmer, I'm also a university lecturer, and I'm a newly elected councillor for Port Macquarie Hastings. I'm also the federal policy chair for our party, and we have a federal policy platform called a Libertarian Vision, Policies for Prosperity, Family and Freedom, which I encourage you to read. Argentina was once, along with Australia, one of the richest countries in the world, but decades of socialism plunged them into poverty. But in just 1 year, Harvey Milei has turned that around. He abolished 9 government departments and 200 federal regulations, and he reined in the decades-long hyperinflation. He even tackled the housing crisis overnight by abolishing rent controls. Argentina's rapid economic progress under Milei's bold reforms are undeniable. A similar thing is happening in the USA with the Department of Government Efficiency, echoing these libertarian principles, taking aim at government waste and corruption. The USA has already exited the Paris Climate Accords and the World Health Organization, throwing off these globalist organizations that they don't need. And similar libertarian movements are underway in Canada, New Zealand, the UK, and across Europe. But what about Australia? Well, of course, Labor and the Greens and the Teals double down on authoritarian socialism, as we would expect. But where's the opposition? The Liberal National Coalition offers no real alternative, just a watered-down version of Labor's big government agenda. Instead of rejecting the anti-human, environmentally destructive net zero agenda, the coalition embraces it. Instead of opposing digital ID, spying, hate speech laws and social media bans, and all of the censorship and spying agenda, the coalition goes along with it. Instead of arguing for dramatically cutting taxes and cutting the size of government, the coalition just tinkers at the edges. And despite the damning evidence now before us, they still give power to unelected, farmer-funded health bureaucrats. So Labor definitely deserves to lose, but the coalition in its present state doesn't deserve to win. That's why we need the Libertarian Party. And that's why I'm standing for the seat of Lyne and supporting Craig Kelly for the Senate. A lot of us moved to this area to enjoy our beautiful, peaceful surroundings without Canberra running every aspect of our lives, interfering, taxing us to death, and then begging that they'll give us a few of the scraps back. We don't need Canberra telling us what to do. So our Libertarian Party policies include slashing taxes, raising the tax-free threshold, and allowing income splitting for couples, abolishing net zero targets, and getting out of all binding global agreements like the Paris Climate Accords. We want to decentralise education with a voucher system, protect women's spaces, and correct the immigration incentives. And we oppose digital ID, censorship, government spying, so-called hate speech laws, and social media bans. So if you're tired of Labor's heavy-handed policies and the coalition's spineless compromise, it's time for you to vote Libertarian at this coming election. Let's send a clear message to Canberra that we're not going to put up with the uni-party policies anymore. If you'd like to help with the Libertarian campaign, we would love to hear from you. Please get in touch and make sure you make your vote count when it comes to this election.
Authorised by Gemma Niosi for the Libertarian Party, Sydney.